Until you face some challenges in life, you would never actually know that.
You were always a village champion all along.
Take me for an example. I used to think before I got into final year that I had one maximal 100% retentive memory. But with the kind of things and with the kind of experiences I have experienced in this last year, it has just shown me that, girl, you're nothing but pencil in the hands of creator. What am I saying? But honestly, we all are prone as humans, we are prone to the same conditions and we are prone to the same experiences and the same shortcomings. So I've seen firsthand that it is possible that you are actually reading, you're putting in your best, you're doing the best that you can. But the problem that most of us have is that we actually forget, we don't retain that thing, we don't retain the things that we read. They seem like they're getting stored in our brain, but actually they're just being stored in our subconscious. If I'm saying your mind, just say it in the comment section that Falake, you're saying my mind. So in this video, I'll be sharing a few things that have helped me to overcome the problem of reading and forgetting. Let's get into it. So the first solution is to learn from first principle. Literally, first. What do I mean by learning from first principle? What I mean by this is that, let's say you're studying a concept like diffusion. Okay, what is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of solutes from a region of higher solute concentration to a region of lower solute concentration. Is that correct? Anyway, if you're learning that definition, for example, and it seems like you're cramming it, you may actually need to ask yourself that, do I even understand what a solute is? Do I understand what a semi-permeable membrane is? Do I understand what a solvent is? Do you get what I mean? So if you can understand that, okay, solutes are the particles that are present in a solvent. Solution is what the solutes are actually dissolved in. A solvent is what actually dissolves the solutes. You won't have to seem like as if you're forcing the definition into your head. You already understand every bit and part of the definition. So it seems simpler. It will look like the definition is a follow-come from your brain because your brain has started to see it as, oh, we already understand the first principle of diffusion. Then we can understand what diffusion actually is. And this doesn't just apply to learning definitions. It applies to learning every and any big concept in your studies. I've tried this in learning pathways. If you're a science student, you know that learning pathways is like the most annoying thing. Learning pathophysiology is like the most annoying thing ever. But when you know the principles, the basic definitions of the components present in that cycle or present in that pathophysiology, it makes it easier for you to actually grasp the entire concept. And I think one thing that makes most of us want to cram, including me, I've said it, that cramming actually works for me. It works for me on a short notice kind of studying. But anyways, the main reason why most of us fall into the trap of cramming and then feeling like our life is about to crumble is that we don't study on time. We procrastinate and we tend to think like we're superhumans that would understand things 2 days to the exam. But it always doesn't work like that. If you want to understand a concept or if you want to be a master at something, you actually have to start early. I've said this in my other videos, like the reason for you to start early, because an early bird gets the worm. Is that the correct proverb? I don't even know. But you understand what I'm saying. So this next solution I'm about to say sounds very, very basic. It even sounds like, Falake, why are you telling us this? We already know. But the next thing is for you to read it again. Literally. If you've read something once and you don't understand it, then just read it again. It happens to me all the time. It still happened to me 2 days ago when I was trying to read acute kidney injury or something like that. And it just felt like, what the heck is inside this thing? I tried to read it from first principle, like I said. I tried to watch videos. I tried to look at definitions. I went to ChatGPT. That girl, she's that girl, actually. ChatGPT is that girl. You should use her to study if you're not using her. Anyways, so I did a lot of things just to understand the concepts, but it just was not clicking. You know, I said in the beginning of this video that you'd always think you are an excellent, super duper human being until some experiences jam you. And that was one of the experiences that taught me that, girl, you are not super. So when I went to school the next day, somebody was actually supposed to take the presentation of acute kidney injury. So when the person took it, it now started making more sense to me. Like, it felt like I was reading it again. And it just felt like, oh, so this is the way the pathophysiology actually is. Oh, so this is the way the whole process goes. Oh, so this is how the kidneys are. So it just made more sense to me when I actually listened and read it again. So most of the time, some things require you to read them more than once. There are some topics, there are some concepts that you would not get from just reading it once. I remember the mechanism of labor, I read it like 5 times before I could understand it. And it's not like you're dumb. It's not like your brain has a slow processing speed or something like that. It's just that you just have to read it again. That's just how it is. So instead of beating yourself up and thinking, oh, why am I so dumb? Oh, why do my friends get it first? Why do my friends process things faster than I? It may just be that the topic is that complex that you actually need to read it again. So before you dump that topic and just discard it, why not pick it up again and then read it again? Trust me, it's going to make a lot more sense to you after you've read it again from the first time. Okay. And just bouncing off from the previous points, another solution that I have for you is that get a second opinion. Like I said, it was when somebody actually presented the topic that it actually stuck to me that, oh, so this is how this thing goes. When you get a second opinion on something, it just makes more sense. And if a second opinion does not work, get a third opinion, get a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Get as much as you need just to understand something. It is when you put in the effort that it actually makes more sense to you, and you know that, oh, this is what this person said, that is what this person said. You'll be able to filter and see that, oh, this is why I'm not understanding. This is the mistakes I'm making. You just get things clearer when you get a second opinion. Remember that no man is an island of knowledge, and you don't want to be that person that thinks that, oh, they are sufficient of themselves. We are all parts of a single body. If the hand says they are no longer working, who will do the work of the hand? If the eye says no longer working, who will do the work of the eye? Do you get what I mean? So you have to see your classmates, see your friends, see them as a part of a single body, and see yourself as an integral part. Learn to be humble and to be attentive. I say it all the time. You cannot be on your high horse and expect something great to happen. You have to be humble, okay? And try to seek opinion. And if you feel like, okay, maybe your friends, you guys don't even understand it in total, why not just meet the lecturer or meet somebody that is higher than you guys and somebody that can teach you, something like that. You get the main point of what I'm saying. Getting a second opinion, a third, fifth, fourth opinion is always a good way to understand a concept that you've been stuck in. The fourth solution I have for you is to sleep on it. Yeah, you guys sleep a lot of times on sleep, and that's not good. You need to have your good sleep, a good at least 6 to 9 hours of sleep as an adult to be able to function maximally. I don't have up to 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day because I'm a medical student and my life is just suboptimal naturally. But anyways, I'm still advising you to get your 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Even if you get 2 in the afternoon and 4 in the night, it's still okay. You know, like I know you may not be able to get the most out of sleep like you want to, but little baby steps, you understand? When you're sleeping, the network of neurons in your brain, these things, the neurons are what carry information, right? They carry on the information of everything that you've studied. They carry all the laws, all the pathways, all the accounting sheets, all the technical mathematics and everything. They carry all those information in them. So just imagine you are not sleeping. You're risking yourself on caffeine, like you're putting yourself to like 6-8 cups of caffeine in a day. Don't do that, please. Like, don't do that. You're ruining a lot of things and you're helping yourself. So if you're just putting yourself to constant work, you're overworking those neurons. And before you know it, they won't be able to aggregate and form long-lasting bonds. It's when your neurons are able to consolidate, come together and form long-lasting bonds. That's when you have long-term memory. So if you're wondering, why do I always forget? And you are not sleeping well, just know that the math is not mathing. You're not helping yourself. So if you want to understand better, if you want to remember things better, try to sleep better. Okay? And to sleep better, you need proper sleep hygiene. So sleep hygiene includes things like maybe not using your phone just before you sleep, not exposing yourself to extremely harsh lights, not trying to block away noise and things like that, sleeping in a dark, quiet, comfortable room on a comfortable bed, things like that will facilitate your sleep pattern. And if you're having trouble sleeping for any reason whatsoever, please see the doctor, as this will solve a lot of problems. It has been medically proven that sleep deprivation is a trigger to a lot more problems. So you don't want to open up a can of worms, a can of problems for yourself just because you don't want to do something as basic as sleeping. So sleep today. Yeah. So now that you've learned from first principle, you've read it again, you've slept on it, and you probably now understand the topic, what you need to do to cement the topic in your head, and I mean it when I say it's like actually cements the topic, is to teach it to others. There is nothing Nothing beats a Jetsu holiday. Nothing beats teaching others when you're trying to understand something. Even if you feel like you are just a novice in that thing, you don't have to be a professional to teach people things. I'm not a professional at what I do. I just teach people based on the level that I've attained. So don't think because, oh, I just learned this thing, I'm not in the best place to teach somebody. You are exactly the best person to teach people. There is nobody that could teach people better than you do. Have you ever wondered why lectures taken by professors usually seem to be boring, and the ones taken by people like, okay, a junior lecturer, a research assistant, like those ones seem to be more interesting than whenever a professor takes a lecture? It's because the professor is really teaching from an exoteric level. He's teaching from a level of, oh, I'm up here, you guys should come and meet me here. Like, he's always teaching from that kind of level. But a junior lecturer is teaching from the point of first principle. Like I said, he's teaching you in a way that is more interesting and more basic and more simple for you to understand. So you're not too small, you're not too insignificant to teach people what you've learned. Just call yourselves together. Like I always mention, group discussions are like weapons in the hands of a student. You need to actually wield those weapons currently so that you can use them to your advantage. So form small groups, give yourselves topics, be active, teach others, like read something and be prepared to teach people. When you do things like this, it would make more sense to you. Like when you teach people and let's say, for example, you even come across a stumbling block, it's make you feel like, oh, this is what this thing actually means. You'll be able to do some self-reflection and it shows you your areas of weakness. Like when you teach somebody, you can see that, oh, I myself, this particular part, I don't really understand it. Maybe I should go back and look at it again. So it all makes sense. Can you see how everything is like a part of a body? All things just work together for the good of you. Okay. This is what happens when you're a Christian. Scriptures will be sleeping in anyhow, but that's good. And you know what? Teach us something you learned today. Teach us something in the comment section. Type it and explain it to us, like whatever it is that you've read. Try to explain it to us in the comment section. And I want to see them. Anything you studied today, anything you learned today in whatever topic, teach me in the comments. I want to see, I want to learn from you. That is a way to challenge yourself. And I'm giving you this challenge. If you watch this video and you do not do that, I'm going to haunt you in your sleep. Literally, I'm going to haunt you in your sleep for real. So those are the ways and the solutions that I found to be helpful for me to read and not forget. So if you found any of them helpful, let me know the particular one in the comments. And if you have any additional tips for us, please, like I said, teach us in the comments. I and all my subscribers, we are always ready to learn. We are learners over here. We are not proud. We are always humble to learn. And I know I've been away for like a month plus. I'm sorry, medical school is just biting me and kicking me from all angles, but I'll try my best to bring out videos as much as I can. It's just the perfectionist in me that always wants to find the perfect time to film, but I'm going to stop that from today. It has stopped from now. I literally just whipped up my tripod from nowhere and it broke, guys. My tripod broke and that was a plan of the enemy for me to not film this video. But guess what? Here I am. The video is already filmed. It's filmed today, Saturday, and it's going to be posted tomorrow, Sunday. That means you're going to be seeing this video on Sunday, hopefully by 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So glory to God, even with my broken tripod. I've been paid. But anyway, God will provide for me to get a new one. So thank you for watching this video. Happy back to school season. Apparently, it's back to school season for the abroadians and all the people that went for summer holiday and things like that. So welcome back to school. I hope that we have a blissful academic year together. Okay? Mwah. Bye.